You say there, looking back,
Yeah.
I now see what appears to have been 3 strands of thought within the Post Office on the topic of disclosure. The first strand amounted to an article of faith. Horizon is both robust and reliable. There is nothing wrong with it, and if Horizon says money is missing, then it is missing. The second strand considered that the cost of providing disclosure was prohibitive and should always be discouraged. The third strand, I felt, arose out of an almost religious panic. Horizon must not be seen to have been impugned. Now, at least the second strand and the third strand there were presumably things you knew from quite an early stage. As in, you were aware that they were concerned about the cost,
yes,
and you were also aware that they were very resistant to allegations about the reliability of Horizon.
I agree.
In terms of one, we know that you certainly found out that it wasn't accurate at the latest by the phone conversation that you had with Gareth Jenkins and the Second Sight report. You look reluctant.
Just slightly. You say, I certainly found out. That was when I learned that there were bugs in the system. That, at the time, didn't necessarily speak to the general unreliability of Horizon, because we were still hearing that the systems that were in place to deal with bugs, this is what we were told on the day we were told that there was, on the 27th of June, I think, that there was a potential for bugs, that there was nothing fundamentally wrong with Horizon. So I would suggest that a better take on that phone call would be, I had concerns because I had been told, I think by Martin Smith, that Second Sight had identified 2 bugs and were to publish this report. And my instinctive reaction was, we need to find out who told Second Sight about those bugs, which is why I asked for the call to be made to Gareth Jenkins the following day. And
we'll come to that call, but in terms of, you've used the word fundamental just now, in terms of nothing fundamentally wrong.
Yeah.
Your first strand here is there is nothing wrong with it. And if Horizon says money is missing, then it's missing. Yeah. By at least the time you had spoken to Gareth Jenkins, you knew that that couldn't have been correct.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. Yeah.
Thank you. You've been very clear in your evidence just now and also in your statement about various failings at the Post Office. Do you think that you also might have taken too tough a stance, particularly in relation to disclosure to sub-postmasters?
I think that's arguable, yes.